the most popular format on here. So we're playing a little bit of white, green, and taxes. This is a Yorion list, and it's St. Patrick's Day, so I thought I'd definitely play the green version. So as it's a Yorion deck list, we play 80 cards in the main deck. And one of the first questions one might ask about that is, wait a minute, isn't an 80 card list less consistent? And especially at drawing its best cards like Aether Vial or Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, or Leonin Arbiter in combination with Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruin? And the answer is yes. But does that mean the deck is worse necessarily? Respectthecat, long-time Taxes player, took this list way up to the top 8 of a Modern Challenge about 2 weeks ago. And I think they definitely know what they're doing. First of all, in a Taxes deck, you really want to lead on turn 1 Aether Vial in a large percentage of games. But turn 1 Giver of Runes is not a bad substitution, as it will protect your turn 2 Thalia and or Leonin Arbiter, or even Stoneforge Mystic if that's the direction your hand is taking you. This deck, instead of having Giver and Aether Vial only, also has 3 Noble Hierarch and 4 Oath of Nissa. Oath of Nissa, perhaps the worst of those early plays in that it is just a cantrip. It can eventually give you some extra value with Yorion, but yeah, I think generally it's probably the weakest of those. But we've expanded to about twice as many 1-drops in our deck that is 33% larger. Other iterations of this deck would have 4 Noble Hierarchs and no Oath of Nissa or some such. I haven't minded the Oath of Nissa. It's felt a little blank sometimes, and the non-synergy with Thalia doesn't feel great sometimes, but anywho. And then we're just generally playing most of the mono-white Taxes shell. So we've got Thalia, we've got Stoneforge Mystic, we've got Leonin Arbiter, we've got Flickerwisp and Skyclave Apparition, Archon of Emeria, newcomer. This card is incredibly good in Modern. In general, it's really, really good in all sorts of specific matchups. In my previous league, I played against a Bring to Light deck, as well as one of the Ad Nauseam decks, and this just hosed them unbelievably hard. Shalai, Voice of Plenty, is a card that did not prove itself particularly in the previous league I played, but it is quite good. It just didn't really strut its stuff, but it's potentially much better than it seemed in that league. And then we've got 2 Eternal Witnesses. I used this to great effect a couple of times, especially to recur the one of the 4 of Path to Exile. And then we have 3 pieces of equipment to go with our Stoneforge package. We've got the Batterskull, we've got the Sword of Fire and Ice, and then we've got newish comer Maul the Skyclaves. This is 2 and a white for a equipment that automatically attaches when you put it into play and gives the creature +2/+2 flying and first strike. Then in the sideboard, we've got some clean clumps of cards, which is fair because we're playing 80. We've got 3 Auriok Champion, 2 Kor Firewalker, 3 Gaddock Teeg, 3 Phyrexian Revoker, and 3 Scavenging Ooze. So lots of spread cards for different chunks of the metagame. I feel like our graveyard hate is overall fairly weak, but our main deck, it's possible for us to punch through some of the graveyard decks, and things like Thalia and Arbiter really punish Dredge for their go-to strategy fairly well. So it's entirely possible that this deck is good to go against things like that. So we're going to hop into a Modern League and see how.
Meanwhile,
Roybert Kibitzbot asks, have you considered Renegade Rallier? No. But that's something that I would consider if I pick up this deck more so in the future. That sounds really good. The downside is you can't really play fetch lands in these Taxes decks, Roy. If you notice, our mana base has 0 fetch lands. We do have Ghost Quarters and Field of Ruins, but those are not... Yeah. Cavern of Souls? Yeah, I think some of the mono-white ones play Cavern. I have a mono-white Taxes deck loaded up. No, it doesn't play any Cavern. I think... I like the Ponza, the draw lands, and aggressive blocking. Oh, yeah. Renegade Rallier with the lands, with Ghost Quarter and Field sounds really fun. And by fun, I mean mean. Wow. That, yeah, that might be something to try out. And I think the reason you don't see Cavern is because the color requirements and the split of creatures, like, isn't worth it because you're already playing Aether Vial. Yeah, I got you. The draw lands, yeah, the Horizon lands. Okay, round 1 against Mobog. The color-intensive creatures are all human, though. I think so. This one's a core. I think between the... this hand is good. I think between the... this is a core too. This is a core spirit. I think the split between core and or humans is not... Yeah, and I think generally speaking, the control matchup's not a problem. Yeah, Giver's also a core. I think generally speaking, the control matchup is not a problem if you mulligan / play it correctly, because you can attack their mana plus have Aether Vial a lot of the time. Okay, Tron can be a really easy matchup for us, can be a bit harder. Really playing a Stirring Wildwoods? Okay then. It really depends on what your draw comes together as. For example, this draw, not stellar against Tron, but I am going to Skyclave this Expedition map. Just to potentially disrupt their turn 3 Tron. It also could be Eldrazi Tron at this point, or Blue Tron. We don't know what breed of Tron we're dealing with right now. Oh, Eldrazi. Good. That is a bit of an easier matchup for us. This Batterskull being in my hand and vulnerable is kind of crappy. But, you know. Those are the breaks. I honestly think I'll get Maul of the Skyclaves in this game. If they have Thought-Knot Seer next turn, or Karn plus a Matter Shaper to block, I want to be able to jump over and dunk on Karn. So I'm going to grab Maul and play the Wildwoods and attack for 3. So, doing all right. Doing all right thus far. Would love to find a Field of Ruin, but it's only because I want to ruin my opponent. Really hoping they don't slam Tower into all his dust, or even a 3/3 Walking Ballista would be not so nice. I don't want to see the Walking Ballista. Uh-huh. Maybe I'll have to eat my words about Stirring Wildwood with this deck. My question is this Stirring Wildwood worth playing? That's my general question about this deck list. I'm obviously not convinced in any direction thus far. All right, we get to dunk on our opponent. You doubt it's worth it, or you doubt I'm going to eat my words? I doubt it's worth it. Hey, Blitz. Concha. Well then. So, what if I go field into Maul here? Or is field into dropping Batterskull better? Field into dropping Batterskull is much better in the long run, right? They're still at 20, so we're not close to killing them. Guaranteeing that they can't hit Tron this turn is probably a really good play. Yeah. Field batter's what you do. Good. I like it. I do like it. Hey man, let me tell you something. If you don't like Jason Aldean, then fuck you. Can't we Batterskull and play Maul? Yes, but I wanted to be sure that they weren't gonna Tron me. Does that make sense, Roy? Is that like, is that fair, or is that a misplay in your opinion? I think it's fair, right? To try to limit their access to Tron. Makes sense on my end, but does it make sense on your end? I trust your judgment. Yeah, Maul is white. This is 3, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Neat. I mean, I'm gonna attack with it. That ain't not bad. Are you sick of your creatures getting dismembered? Try the new Maul of the Skyclaves. It snaps on. Maul of the Skyclaves. It snaps on. If you're sick of your 4/4 germ token getting dismembered, just try the new Maul of the Skyclaves. Just set it and forget it. Revoker seems good, and Teeg seems maybe. So this is this hoses Karn, All Is Dust, and Chalice. Now we're on the draw, so he can't get under the Chalice, but he could get ahead of Chalice on 2, Chalice on 3, any of that nonsense. Okay, these guys are on deck. I also have to figure out what I'm cutting. I think Archon of Emeria is not great here, although I guess all of their non-basics coming in tapped is pretty good. What if I just... Okay, I definitely don't think I need Witness. Maybe I don't need Sword of Fire and Ice because it doesn't give any relevant protection, plus Karn will stop it from in any way being useful. And Giver's kind of bad. I know the pro colorless could be okay if we get into a bunch of fights, but maybe we can just trim like an Oath of Nissa, yeah, a Shalai, and we'll just like bring in 2 Teegs. Because Teeg is not like a haymaker in this matchup, it's just something that's like kind of maybe okay. I mean, I don't hate this. I don't think this is a very mature, like highly developed sideboarding, but I'm not a very mature, highly developed player, so maybe it's gonna be okay. Ooh. You don't understand why you board out cantrips when you sideboard. So generally speaking, I think the wisdom there, Roy, is that especially in a deck like this, I want to be using my mana proactively as much as possible. And so replacing cantrips, which would be just me spinning my wheels, with cards that do something relevant in the matchup is good. I've seen a lot of very, very intelligent Magic the Gathering players who I trust their opinion. I've seen them do the same thing. I don't think we are trying to find specific cards. I think all of our cards cover a fairly wide breadth of what our opponent can put forward. We're not a combo deck, right? We're like a loose synergy deck. It's not like a high synergy deck where we're trying to assemble a bunch of 2-card combos. We have a general disruptive synergy here. I think I'm going to keep this. It's like kind of really sketchy, but kind of really sick. Dodges Chalice pretty well as is. Emphasis on loose. I like my synergy like I like my women. With a fresh cup of coffee and with a breakfast that I've cooked in front of them. All right, I guess we'll see if they're going to have turn 3 Tron, and I could snap off GQ if I need to at that point. All right. Sorry, what now? Pardon? I am. Alrighty then. Oh, they hit. They got that hit. Unfortunately, it's going to be a turn too late. Thalia in attack mode. Yes, kill my pretty. Opponent says oops. I think they missed a turn there. I think they did, in fact, just flat out miss their turn there. So I think I'm supposed to draw step this. I mean, I don't really think it's gonna... No, they don't play a lot of wastes. It's pretty easy for them to have drawn one of their remaining wastes right there. Okay. If they're not casting Dismember with this, I don't really care. And if they are casting Dismember with this, I also don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, obviously I don't love losing my Thalia, but they're like spending a huge chunk of their turn on that, so like whatever. Oh, another map. Gee, I hope I have a way I can deal with their lands. I just don't. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do this proactively so I can deploy this new Thalia. Thalia is like the greatest legendary creature in the game because she's just got such a target on her that every time she dies, like you're just gonna like, as a 4-of in the deck, it's just like, don't worry, the first 2 are gonna die. So if you draw 3, you'll be fine. Yeah, they can't take the field. They will take the Skyclave, but I really don't mind too much. So we can field them first here, and if they fail to find, we can Ghost Quarter them off of another land, which I'm sure is going to get Roy's Jimmy's all in a rustle. Yeah. That's actually supposed to be a negative thing, so I don't think I used that correctly. Oath of Nissa does combo with Flickerwisp to give me another card, so that's kind of alright. If something is said to rustle your jimmies, Roy, it's cheesing you off. Annoying you. Triple wastes. So they did have one in their hand. Ballista. Boo. So I can play Shalai to force the Ballista, and then play the Aether Vial. Yeah, I could flicker the TKS next turn. Oh, this is awesome. That was great. And I can flicker one of their Thought Knots if I want to draw a card that way. Although this works too. That works mo better. Mo better booze. Money gets you one more round, so drink it down, you stupid clown. Oh, also targets. Whoops. Also targets. All right. Is Shalai and TKS a non-boat? That's a deep question that I am clearly not prepared to answer. Money gets you one more round, and you're out on your ass. God, my back! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. If they had had a Smasher there... Alright. I know, Roy. It's a jumble. I mean, I trust Respectthecat's construction. Don't bleed ballistics. Fuck. Okay. Wait, if I flicker that, they can't do anything relevant with it? Like they could ping my Shalai twice and that's it? Alright, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that. Shoop. What are you gonna do, ping yourself? Nerd. Blast zone. Very well. So it's treason then. Okay. Oh. Okay. I won. I winned it. What was I drawing? Not great. Not great. All right. Triple Field of Ruin draw against E-Tron with a Ghost Quarter Chaser. Good? Yes, no? I would like people to weigh in. The legend of the 5-0 begins here. Every 5-0 is begun with winning a single match. All that Ponza action. You can't call a deck Ponza unless it's a mediocre red-green pile with too much land destruction and too little win conditions. That's my called shot. That's my called shot. You can't call a deck Ponza unless it's a mediocre red-green pile with too much land destruction. Peter Panda's 6969. That's a screen name. I mean, this hand sucks, but I'm on the play. It's not too bad. Although Thalia Oath is definitely my least favorite part of this deck. don't know, Lukoness. I don't know. That's a decision I would have to ask Respectthecat about. I like to play the decks as they were when they were at the height of their performance, and then make my tweaks from that point. I think the 4th Hierarch is something I'd like, and less or no Oath of Nissas is also something I'd like in my 4 of Thalia deck. I'm interested in what they take here. Might be one of the Thalias, and then they use removal on the other one. I have found already that this deck frequently has awkward early sequencing where you kind of have to... They took Oath of Nissa. Okay. I'm sorry, what? We're playing more than one Stirring Wildwood? My entire previous league with this deck, I did not see one Stirring Wildwood. Alright. Well, I guess you deploy Thalia here because it makes life the most awkward for them. I'm aware it has reach hands. I'm aware. Roy, you know what to do. Oh yeah, we're against Ad Nauseam. This is a very good matchup for us. It can reach so high. So high! You're on lag? It's okay, buddy. I don't need you to have lightning fast responses to my memes here. Okay, so we go Wildwood, Hierarch, beat for 3. If they ever go for Inverter, we can GQ their Shelldock Isle in response. Could be an old version of Mill. I think it's likely Inverter or Ad Nauseam hands. I've seen that deck multiple times in the last couple days, so it would not be. Can we make them cast only 1 spell per turn? Yes, we do have the ability to do that. We do have a card that does that. So they're going to take the Maul here. That was how I was going to punch a bunch of damage this turn, but that's all right. Thalia screws them over big time if this is the deck that I think it is. Maybe Stirring Wildwoods is going to get in here again. It is, isn't it? Holy crap. Because if they play Inverter, they have to tap out for it at the moment, so... Or can I do anything relevant with this Flickerwisp? Not really. So I could spend 2 mana on an Aether Vial or just attack for a bunch. I think we'll just attack for a bunch. Smashy, smashy. Can Flicker Inverter? Yeah, that's a thing we could do. If they play it on 4, which they are not forced to do. Although they may feel pressured to do so because they're getting beat up. Yeah, I think defensive Oracle. Love to see it. Lamau. Did they find... They don't have a 4th land. Okay, that's pretty great for us. They put a card on top, so if I flicker here, they would have to move it, which is funny, but we could also end up having them in a better situation. I think I just attack with Thalia here. They'd have to hide away it. Are you saying I should flicker their Shelldock Isle? I don't really think I want to do that. I think I just attack for 3. Attack for 3 with Thalia, and then play Vial, and then just hang out. And I can crack the Horizon Canopy. Yeah, I think this is fine. Vial GQ. Yeah, that's... we can Vial, we can have the Horizon Canopy up to crack, and so remove the top. Well, so they used Thassa's Oracle for the top of their deck, and while it's possible that popping this GQ now would remove a land that they had placed on top intentionally, yeah, but it's also like, but they're not screwed because they could just draw another land, right? Like, it's not, I think the opportunity to hose them later on with this Ghost Quarter by blowing up their Shelldock Isle and keeping that on that line for them on lockdown is a higher upside. Like, it's just so likely for them to hit a land, even if I made them shuffle there. Maybe I'm wrong. What about the Flickerwisp makes it more appealing, Roy? Yeah, if we flicker the inverter, do they go to 0 cards in deck? They do, right? Yeah, yeah. That's kind of funny. The only out they could have is underneath the Shelldock Isle, and we close that off. Because flickering the inverter will kill them, unless they have an Oracle or a Jace under their Shelldock Isle. And this is the reason that I was holding this. So, was there a land in their graveyard? I guess it doesn't matter. I have enough mana to do everything that I need to do. So we want to do this after the inverter trigger comes back again. We pop the Ghost Quarter after the inverter trigger happens again. Hand doesn't matter if we GQ. Yeah, exactly. But the Shelldock does, right? Yeah. GG! Opponent says, wow. I said, big smiley, or big surprise face.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, Inverter didn't have to deal with shit like this when it was in Pioneer. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the mill deck now. Wow, I didn't see that one coming. No, we're not GQing yet, dude. No, no, no. Stop it. Alex, stop. 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 We're going to GQ them after their inverter trigger resolves again. After. See this? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Boop. Right on the nose. What's up, Sabbathos? Sabbathos? Are we doing a write-up in the magazine? I'm working on it, Zealot. I'm working on it. Zealot? Whichever you prefer. Oh, the GQ magazine. I got it. I'm not smart. Man, I don't think most of our sideboard is particularly good here. I guess Scooz could be. Yeah, because if they go for a play like that, we could eat the Oracle out of the graveyard before they resolve the inverter trigger and make them kind of tricky for them to win. I feel like I should shave all my paths. I feel like path is just not good here. A severe lack of balance in your deck. I did figure that's what you meant. I could obviously play Restore Balance, but I feel like that is not a great card to be playing in Modern right now for a lot of reasons. Do you have any paper Modern decks? I have like 4. Although several of them are awful, and some of them contain Arkham's Astrolabe right now. That's adorable, hands. They must be tuckered out too. When kids don't have their own pool time, they're usually not so ready for the... I guess I could Revoker because they have relics? Do they have relics? I think they have relics. That's alright. Oh, dude, that's a cool deck, though. Foil Angels? There are versions of Angel decks that are competitive in Pioneer, too. Obviously, not all of the ones that are great in Modern are... Avacyn Judge promo. Nice. I don't think I'm keeping this hand. It's not great, but it's better. Where am I from? Toronto, Ontario. Capital of Ontario. Largest city in Canada. Queensland. I've heard good things about Queensland. Queen's Landing, on the other hand. Yikes. I could eventually work on a cruise ship out of Australia. There are, I think Carnival does 2 or 3 ships. That'd be really fun. No. The Inquisition. It was unexpected. Takes the Arbiter. Rude. Oh, I never get to play taxes. Ooh, yeah. Sarah Sanctum, definitely a bit pricey. Okay, we'll go in for the double white. Play the Teeg. Let's rock and rumble. Let's go. Let's go. Legions for a chroma. Legions is a chroma. EE? Okay. Interesting choice. Also, they collective brutality'd, but they did not escalate. Platinum Angels from Mirrodin. Oh, sure. Yeah, the Masterpiece version is from Kaladesh. My favorite angel from Mirrodin Block is the Forgotten Pristine Angel. I love Pristine Angel. That card is... The art is so gorgeous. The card functionality is so much fun. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Shalai! Opponent is reading. That's cantrip. That's cantrip. What, Shillelagh? Is there a card called Shillelagh? I bet there is. Don't get it? Okay, good. Jam's Inverter? Jam's Jace. That's fine. I think it's... Oh, okay. Is it not spelled like Lee, like E-I-G-H? Like that? I think it's that spelling. Like... Or something like that. I suppose I could just attack down this Jace, but... Fuck that. I want to get a clock on him. Yoink! It's hammer time! That was one of the best parts about cruise ships, is because internet on the ship wasn't free. There were like multiple times you'd be hanging out at the crew bar and nobody at your table would have internet on their phone, and you'd just have to old school it. Just fucking speculate and discuss with each other and try to figure out if like one of your like dad's friends had ever mentioned the fact. Okay, I was mildly close. You hate barroom speculation? Roy, have I ever told you that you're the worst? No, have I told you yet today that you're the worst? Opponent says GG, still learning deck, lol. The Mana Symbol channel is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Where's Larynx Punchworthy? We're on the 2040. Someone tell him. Someone send him a fax. My opponent's avatar is a derpy dragon. Yeah, I'm not keeping this in the dark. This is very slow. That's better. It's not great, but it's better. Hell yeah. Oh my. We found the Heliod deck. Does this mean I need to cantrip into... No. I've got I don't have acceleration for the Skyclave. So if they have turn 2 Heliod... Ugh. Do I want to top deck a, like try to top deck a 2-drop, or do I want to not deploy Giver? I think not deploying Giver is totally fine. Yeah, all right. Flickerwisp with Skyclave could be valuable. We'll see. If they go to infinite life, we kind of have a good shot at locking them off the board. Not totally, but like... Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I top decked that 2-drop I wanted. Yeah. Looks like we're dying to their mid-range plan. If they have another land, they have a 3/3 Ballista. Holy crap. I mean, I can Skyclave it. Actually, Stoneforge into Skyclave kind of... No, that should have been in field. I'm taking the extra damage here. I didn't need to. Stoneforge into Skyclave is like maybe okay enough. We'll see. I mean, we're definitely not out of this game yet. It's just going to be a bit of a slog. Now we'll just get Batterskull. I think we might be hard casting it by the time it'll matter. Roy, they're gonna Roy me. Or not? No, they just don't have the other land. What? Okay, that was unexpected. That too was unexpected. Makes sense though. They want their Ballista to be bigger. Playing the control the combo green-white matchup here. What guy doesn't want their Ballista to be bigger? Fair, Blitz, fair. Are you insecure about the size of your Ballista? The Selesnya Guild can help. Just call your local Dryad. I still want to have the option of flickering my Skyclave, so I think I'm taking 5 here. No, you will die. Womp womp. Oof. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna Flickerwisp, Skyclave, and eat their Spike Feeder? I think we're pretty boned here. Ask not for whom the bone bones, it bones for me. I said whom. Ask not for whom the bone bones. But I think it should be who. So, I mean, the gamble here is, do we exile the Conclave Mentor or the Spike Feeder? If they have Heliod, we're screwed if we don't exile the Spike Feeder. If they don't, whatever. Yeah, got you. So now they have 6 mana, 3/3 Ballista, wipe my board, hit me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we're just dead. Cool. Nice and clean. Well, we finally lost a game, but we have Revokers, and I think that's it. Roy, it was probably one of the ones that was added by Alex, and then immediately deleted because he added it wrong, because he's not as careful as you. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, you have deleted some, but not as many. All right. I think I'm okay to take out witnesses here, because again, most of their removal is based on exiling stuff. I guess they have ballistas. Having a 1 toughness. Having a 1 toughness creature is like not the best. I guess having multiple path to exiles though is not bad. Because Shalai is pretty medium here. I'll discard you to hand size, though, definitely does sound like something I would have said while streaming. I want to see exclamation point bridge and exclamation point over. And then exclamation point troubled. I don't know what you're doing, Roy. You're loose cannon. Searching for quotes with no meaning. Man, that's not a keep. I mean, it's not great, but I think it's a keep. No Arbor Elf and no Utopia Sprawl feels real nice. Now, if only I had anything to do with my mana. Oh, we're going to stir up the wilds. I don't really want to tap off of my Path to Exile, so it's like not super appealing. But with only Mentor in play, it's probably okay. Also with this Revoker. Yeah. Let's go rumbling on in. Smush. Steer it up. Little Wildwood, steer it up. Steer it up. Little Wildwoods, steer it up. It's been a long day. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-boo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-boo-boo-boo-boo-boo-boo-boo. What are you gonna do? Attack me? Yeah, right. Chump. So if I path the feeder, I can continue my aggression. I think it's worth doing. I don't think I path Ewit Path, just because I don't need to path here. Like, I've got a 4-3 attacking through their Mentor, and this might lead them to a position where they make questionable choices based on assuming that they get to keep a blocker. Because they're at... I'm in deck take mode, sorry. Sorry, I was...
Meanwhile...
Can I still laugh at least? Yes! Ha 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 ha! See that old fool! Fucking ballista? Okay. So it's a dies trigger. So I'm going to path the Mentor in response. Hopefully their other play here isn't too good. What do you got, nerd? Crap. I was really hoping it wasn't that. Oh my god. Alrighty then. That's not so good. Not so good. All right. So I'm attacking the Spike Feeder because I would like my Witness to survive this turn cycle, but they're gonna... Yeah. They've got a 3/3 Ballista coming down here, which is flipping terrifying. Maybe we can eke out a win, but I'm not extremely hopeful from this point. Oh my god, so much mana. Blah. Crap. There's Spike Feeder Heliod here? What? They got Collected Company? Gross. Oh, right. I have the Archon. They could have Collected Company still. But whatever. Mm-hmm. Let's hope it sucks. Double Ballista, please. Double Ballista. Well, that was incredibly obnoxious. Oh my god. Yeah, alright, fine. You got it. Alright, so Heliod combo is the superior deck. Got it. I don't think that's actually true, but clearly we're not doing well in that matchup, unfortunately. Larynx Punchworthy, this is not the 5-0. Oh no, I mean, I would like them to ban Heliod, but Collected Company was the thing that really made that game impossible there. That sounds awesome, JK Torborg. Someday you're going to get that 5-0 with Spell Shift combo, I know it. Jund Heavy League, huh? Well, we haven't hit Jund yet here, so let's see if we do. What's up, Shauna? Used to play a lot of Green White Taxes. You did? Perhaps you can assist me on where I'm playing bad Heliod. I'm playing Control Heliod, thank you very much. Elephant was real good. Loxodon, the 4-drop? Is this the best hand we've drawn so far? Close. Oh, Smiter. Oh, Smiter. A Hierarch is the one I was thinking of. Loxodon Hierarch. Smiter. Oh my god. No! Fuck. Okay. Well, I guess Aether Vial might be... Oh my god. Well, we'll see. Turn 1 Arbor Elves. So twice we've lost the die roll, and twice it's been Arbor Elf. That's a yikes. Oh, fun. Yep, more Heliod. Okay. I think I'm supposed to Arbiter here. Yeah, the Niv deck is pretty incredible in the way that it just works. It really doesn't seem like it should be as good as it is, and it just sort of is. Oh no, collected. Yeah. So clearly should have played the Thalia, but no way to know that they wouldn't have the next land drop. So obviously I shouldn't actually have played the Thalia, it's just I'm now getting punished for not doing it. Hopefully this whiffs. Nope, nope. Oh, they did have the other land. Okay, never mind then. Didn't matter. Didn't matter in the least. Well, their board is terrifying, but potentially solvable. Roy. We're gonna be fine. I think I should play Archon and Thalia this turn, I guess. I could play Oath of Nissa into Vial into Thalia, but probably playing to the board the most helps me here. Because if I Oath, none of the 2 drops I can hit actually help me against this board. 3 drops, yes. But I don't need those till next turn. I suppose playing Thalia means... But then I have the Vial, so we're good. Each dude you make is +2 to something. Holy crap, you're right. This is symmetrical. This will trigger. This replacement effect will... Yeah. Alright, so good catch. So let's Oath. Well, Flickerwisp is not great. Archon delays Ballista kill. I mean, the problem is I'm just going to get mid-range to death, so I don't... Ballista doesn't need to kill me to... Like, Ballista X1 here would still be horrifying, right? Ballista X1 would be a 4/4. Would have 4 counters. I'm not beating that. So... I honestly think we're just kind of screwed here. They just came out swinging way too fast. Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good angel. That's woof. I know that looks like a aggressive concession, but I really don't think we can recover from there in any way, shape, or form. I don't think killing a single creature on that board is going to matter after that point at all. They're just going to smash the hell out of us with their gigantic board. Even if I remove the angel, like it's just going to be too much. Yeah, and like I could put my Thalia in response, give +2 to one creature, but like, come on, that's not going to stand up to what just happened there. Why Gaddocks? To try to brick their collecting company. I think we have a really bad matchup against Heliod in general. Like, there are definitely draws we can have that are good-ish, but this seems like a pretty nightmarish matchup. Yeah, it's just really hard to have the disruption hand come together in the 80 card deck. No Deicide? Sure. But we'd need at least 3 or 4 Deicides. Well, I have some of a disruptive hand here. Batterskull in hand, though? Oof. I guess Arbiter Path is pretty okay on turn 3. All right. I don't love this hand, but opponent mulls to 6. Yeah. And apparently blue-white control is the top of the meta, Jiggy, although I wouldn't actually take that as accurate. Okay, let's top deck a Skyclave. No. Okay. Yeah, I agree with you, Jiggy. Here's where they're gonna have the Coco on 4 mana. Okay. Crap. Okay. We need Linvala here. I mean, it would be somewhat helpful. Yeah. The everywhere meta is a week old right now. It's actually like a week and a half old. No, it's a week old. The 9th, 10th was the last time deck lists got published. Crap! It has an extra counter on it. Oh my god. Alright, so we're playing against Infinite Life. Hooray. Yeah. Oh, crap. It also becomes an infinity, right? But can they split it up? They can, right? So both their creatures are infinity. Fuck, man. I forgot while I was on the stack. It's too late to do anything about it. I should have exiled the Mentor while I was on the stack. We can beat Infinite Life, technically. Can technically mill them. Yeah, our goal is to survive for approximately 49 turns and lock them out as much as possible. Our deck has not proven to be able to do that yet, but it is possible. So we're going to try. Might as well jump. Just go ahead and jump. They pathed in response instead of getting their own land. Yeah, sure. No, I know. It wasn't all doom and gloom. No point in attacking. Opponents at infinite. With the sword we might, but... Okay. Interesting use of your resources, sir. Madam. Robot. Dude they. Thanks for the 1-1, nerd. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop. Does not sack their Horizon Canopy. I'm a little surprised. Don't know why. Still on one card in hand. Strange. Okay. To attempt to honor our agreement here, I'm going to attack with the Arbiter to draw a card, but I'm going to have the Arbiter shoot itself to deal the least amount of damage to them. This way I can get the most card draws without their life total getting low enough that I feel the need to stop attacking them. And yes, I'm aware of how the card draws kind of run counterintuitive with the fact that I have to mill them out, but c'est la vie. I think we want to draw the card because I need to set up a very powerful board, hands, to be sure that it doesn't fall apart in the face of things like Walking Ballista resolving, things like Collected Company that's like a really good hit. Because we're still up by 18 cards on their deck, so I'm not concerned about decking first. I mean, that's something we want to do in theory, Roy. In practice, I don't know how much that's actually going to be something we're going to be able to do. They get a Ballista, sure. That's a good card draw. I am not displeased about that card draw. Okay. And that was important. Why? Uh-huh. Oh, right. Oh, I just totally forgot that they could still just win the game. I don't know why I was like, I'm worried about how this Ballista is going to clean up my board. Yeah, obviously. I could have pathed their guy on my turn and pathed that on their turn. I totally forgot that they could actually just infinitely win the game still. I was worried about them clawing back into this game in a fair way, and I totally forgot that they could just combo kill me. The game was so ludicrous, and I was already like trying to manage like, okay, how do I get the maximum number of sword hits without actually killing them so that I can draw the right number of cards to be able to take every single threat off their board without killing them, but I still need to keep going up on cards so I can make sure that I establish the board dominance where they feel like they can't win anymore. And I just totally walked into that. So we had the out for that. I know exactly what the out for that was. I just forgot that they could still kill me. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I just totally, after they did one infinite combo, I forgot that they had the other infinite combo still totally viable. For how long? For how long what? For how long will I forget? I don't know. I have no idea. Well, we hit two of what seems like a very bad matchup, Jiggy, so what do you want to do? Yeah, I should have played that better. I fucked up. Listen, in that first match against Heliod, I don't know what I could have done. And in the second one we played, I definitely could have done better. Well, I don't have the ability to ban Heliod, so I am not worried about you asking me to do that. Oh, I'm not beating myself up. I'm just saying, like, it's funny to me that my brain just blanked. And I was just like, yeah, no problem. Play Breach. I really don't want to play Breach in this meta, dude. Oh my god. I could maybe fathom playing Jeskai Breach. Okay. If this is Titan, this could be a really good matchup for us. Although our hand does not have an Arbiter, so... And our deck does not have a Sword of Feast and Famine. So both of these are concerns. However, Thalia will slow them down. Skyclave Apparition is reasonable. Ghost Quarter, also reasonable. So... Really? You gonna do me like that, huh? Alright. 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 I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay. Did they just die? No. No, they had a second bounce land. Fuck. Damn it. God damn it. If we had hit an Arbiter there, we could have killed them, but I did not. Hit the chamber anyway. Gonna wreck them. Actually, they just bounced a forest to their hand. Depending on their build, they could be light on basics. And then Stoneforge, I guess. And get probably Maul. Uh-huh. How many more fetch lands do they have? Also, do they have the natural Valakut? Yeah, it has reach. So my Maul is pointless. Hooray. Okay. Well, there's nothing for it. Stupid sexy Dryad. Forged in Fire are building killing shovels. Is that a group? A band? Forged in Fire is something I should know? Okay. Okay. Why weren't you an Arbiter? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Pretty cheesy? Alright. Well, a shovel's a lot more useful generally than a katana. It's not as cool, but it's more useful. Okay. I suppose infinite path to exiles are not the worst place to be. But I need to keep one up for their turn right now. So we get to go path. And then crack in for 3, which is obviously not impressive, but I guess I could have upkeep the path. Yeah, I could have upkeep the path. It's not, but you and all the other creatures you control are. Wait, they still have to pay for their... They still have to pay for their pact, right? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But they have enough for the Titan, another Titan anyway. But they don't have enough for a Titan plus a Dryad, but they have enough for a Dryad, so yeah, I gotta dodge a Dryad still. Yeah, Unstable was a fantastic limited format. They don't have anything? What? No. Titan never has nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 8 mana? What? They have 4 cards in hand. What the hell? Is it just literally all lands? Whatever they got, I mean, I'm okay with it. Alright, I'm gonna punch him right in the dick because he's a testicle. Oh, I guess I should have done that in combat after they blocked to get the Grazer off the battlefield for good. Yes, I should have. Also could have played Archon of Emeria. I think this is better. Yeah. I was considering doing Titan as the second deck of today, or Archon doesn't... Yeah, I know, Mike. I just was considering. But what I should have done is gone attack with both and then equipped the Maul at instant speed when they block. But... So they'd go to 14, then 8, then 2, then... Oh, but then Stoneforge would be attacking. We'll see. It is literally 50% lands. That's true. Turn Timber resolves. No Titan, please. Of course. I'll let them fetch lands first. They should go Squad Titan, but we'll see. G.I. Joe. They got Slayer Stronghold? Are they going to bounce it, play it, and then try to attack? That's cute. Dear opponent, you really should have Squad Titaned me. G.I. No. The greenest deck? I don't have a good elves list. I guess I could take one of the old black-green ones. I got crushed by green-white elves earlier today. Does that count? All right, so we can attack, hit them for 5, and then kill them next turn with Archon. So I guess Shalai might be the best play this turn. No, Archon's the best play, right? Archon locks them off the most lines. Yes. Yes, 100%. Yes, always. No, Kor are like goth elves. No. Wait, that's fine. They can get a land, but Summoner's Pack won't save them here. Okay. Does my opponent know how to read? Let's see if they tap. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa, tappa. Tappa, tappa, tappa. All right, we snuck this one out. I don't believe it. I mean, they could have main deck Dismember, but... Malcolm solves his problems with a chainsaw. Malcolm solves his problems with a chainsaw. Malcolm solves his problems with a chainsaw. And he never has the same problem twice. Alright. Man, my sideboard really sucks for this matchup. I guess this should be a good main deck one. People, let me know what I'm supposed to board in here. Probably Revokers? Although I'm not sure what for. Teeg's better than Giver of Runes? Didn't see Stirrings. Yeah, there's probably... Probably EE. Shave a Giver, shave an Oath. Yeah, Shalai, sure. Revoker can't name T-West. Yeah. Shalai does beat Valakut. I don't think you'd want an Eldritch Evolution for a voice. Maybe thanks. Well, Mike, but if they all go on the stack, if a huge number of them have to go on the stack at the same time, which is frequently the case with that deck, it could be really good. Okay, I'm keeping this hand. This is very good. Giver into Arbiter. Hopefully we hit another land here. Opponent mulls is 6. Yeah, Voice of Resurgence. I don't think Voice of Resurgence is a card that's like a big deal to be able to tutor for. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, and a lot of the time it's not always the way it goes down, but it's like people who say like Fulminator Mage is not that good against Amulet. It's like, well, it's not that good, but like as long as it's sitting in play, it messes with a bunch of their lines. The bigger problem with it is the fact that it's 3 mana. But okay, Scout's more than a little annoying, but maybe we'll be okay. It's an odd board trick, works once, you're not sold. Well, I mean, I guess the idea is the rest of your deck has to do stuff. It's clearly not enough on its own. Interesting. Okay. Why are we doing this way? Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that, Shauna. Whatever. Arbiter, go! They could just Titan this turn, but assuming that they have to pact for it, this at least taxes them a bit. They currently have access to 5 mana. Leave GQ up. I was on turn 2. So if you want me to play nothing with my turn, yeah, that was an option. I guess if I left up the GQ, they could play the Growth Chamber, and then I could Ghost Quarter it. But if they have another bounce land, I get shanked. I don't know. I'm not convinced that that's better than just getting this Arbiter on the board and hoping that it does something. Space Ghost Coast to Coast was a TV show. You Skyclave the Omelet, I'm pretty sure. Right, but I mean, the Ghost Quarter could blow me out even worse, right? That's frustrating. I probably should have played the Aether Vial there. Well then. Vestige, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. They have 2 cards in hand. One of them is the Growth Chamber. So this is the Growth Chamber. We're going to GQ it in response and just pray. Because now they can't do anything about this play. They can pay to search. That's fine. But they lose 4 mana off of this. The land comes in untapped. It doesn't get a bunch of triggers. So, I mean, this is about as good as this gets. Unfortunately, once they pay for Arbiter's Search, they can just play Windswept Heath out of their graveyard 2 times this turn. So they're going to have Titan mana. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. I have largely no more input on this. The Growth Chamber is still in their graveyard. Because of the Excavator, I've accomplished nothing. Okay, this Excavator is just wrecking me. I didn't even... Yeah. I don't... I mean, whatever the last card in hand is, it's gotta be... Like, that's the only thing that really matters now. They added red on purpose? Or they just have a Titan here? Cool. I mean, the Excavator plus Azusa would kick my ass too, given a very small amount of time. A very small amount of time for that to totally overwhelm me. I mean, it depends on how many lands they can get it to play, but I'm assuming it's like 6, 7 with that combo. And they can do that in about a turn. So, on the play, hopefully things go a little smoother for us here. Now with that hand. Oh my god. Why? And they keep their 7. Oh my god. I don't want to lose. Alright, fine. Alright, fine. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be the whole game, I guess. I don't believe that. Draw. We had 0 lands, 5 lands and 2 1-drops, 0 lands. Oh. Apparently Heliod is not a great matchup, so I guess this deck was just counting on running into all red decks. Yeah, of course. I could quarter myself for a second white. Yeah, I really don't want to do that. Do it, it's all you can do. It's not. We could hold on to the Skyclave to eat the next thing that they play. I don't think that's necessarily all that good, but I don't even know any, like, it's impossible. There's too many things they could have where it's like, well, eating the amulet is really important unless the next thing that they're going to play is like, I don't know. Yeah, I just think, it's just really hard to have anything that matters at this point. Yeah, but having to Stone Rain ourselves, Roy, to do that, like, obviously getting the amulet out of here is good, but I don't have anything else going on, so I don't. You'd still do it? All right, fine. Fine. Everything sucks and then you die. Oh my god, brutal. They have 6 cards in hand. It's turn 2. We have action. They started on a tap land. Because it's not like they're playing a slow deck. Like, they literally, this setup is all they need to actually kill us next turn. I'm very sure they could Titan next turn. They haven't said anything about in chat about why this is taking forever. I know it's my call. I just... I don't know. Let's just shove. No, yeah. I'm just gonna shove and then maybe we get got, maybe we don't. We'll see. Yeah. After such a fantastic game one, this has been really, really unfortunate. Uh-huh. Okay, good. Good. I'm done. Unfortunate. So 3-2 into 2-3 with this deck today. Man. So crushed by Heliod, and then I think we had a shot against Titan there, but just did not come together. But it did feel like we just didn't have like any realistic sideboarding plan against Heliod or Titan. Like the Revoker is okay-ish. I guess in the second match there was that game that I lost, but they were already at infinite life where I didn't need to lose that. And it's possible we could have won that game, though we'd have to win the game 3 anyway. I don't know. I wanted to like this deck. I liked a lot of the play to it. I think Oath of Nissa is like super, super, super underpowered and kind of bad in this deck. Like really poor. But like obviously Respectthecat went way up in that challenge by playing this exact list. So I don't know if they just ran into nothing but red decks, nothing but Black-Red Scourge Shadow, Jund Shadow. We've beaten all of like the Inverter, and I beat Ad Nauseam earlier today, so that is a pretty good matchup. I got crushed by Green-White Elves. Yeah, I mean, I like this deck a lot. I think the lack of sort of feast and famine in the open meta is something I don't love, but I can understand in the challenge that this is the setup that they went with. Maul of the Skyclaves has continued to underwhelm me. I mean, it's okay in some situations, but I don't know. Yeah, just not sure about that one. Yeah, so there's like a whole bunch of changes I actually would want to make to this deck, but I don't know if they would actually make it better or worse. But fun to check out. I'll play the classic mono white Death and Taxes at some point this week. This is a slightly more streamlined version of what we were just playing. So I wonder if I will have as good success with this as I have once had. I liked this deck a lot the last time I played it. There was a Heliod version and non-Heliod version. I enjoyed this setup in the non-Heliod version. Anywho, we are going to move on to Mono Green Tron for the first time ever on this channel. Literally the first time I've ever played this deck, so if you want to see what that looks like,
Meanwhile,
if you're live and if you're in the future, you can hit that like button on the video you've just watched, hit that subscribe button for my channel, check out any other videos you want, including that Mono Green Tron deck that will be up reasonably soon.
meanwhile.